Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day, ask Charlamagne.
I'm a Democrat, so being Donkey of the Day is a little bit of a mixed blessing.
So like a donkey. Hee-haw. Okay.
Donkey of the Day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, December 7th goes to Damian Green. Who is Damian Green? He is a man who is running for city council in Thurston County, Washington, and he is a prime example of why voting matters, especially on a local level. I know y'all hear all the sayings about voting. If your vote didn't matter, why would they be trying so hard to take it from you? If we don't vote, we are ignoring history and giving away the future. Voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, one another, this country, and this world. Barack Obama said there is no such thing as a vote that doesn't matter, and I agree with Barack. And this story is a great example of that, okay? Voter suppression and the way they are gutting the Voting Rights Act lets me know how much voting matters, especially at the local level. And that is what this was, a local election in Thurston County, Washington, that Damian Green lost by 1 vote.
Damn.
He was beaten by his opponent 247 to 246. 1 vote cost Damian the election. 1 vote. But it's not that he lost by 1 vote. It's the fact of who didn't vote that cost him the election. What do you mean, Uncle Charlotte? It's the fact of who didn't vote that cost him the election. Well, let's go to King 5 News for the report, please.
Council race in Thurston County decided by just 1 vote. Ryan Roth won the Rainier City Council position number 2 race with 247 votes, 1 more than his opponent's 246. Thurston County Bureau Chief Drew Mickelson was there as the candidates learned how every single vote counts.
When the 555 ballots were submitted, the tabulation machines called the race as close as possible. Watching the results has been stressful, especially since candidate Roth almost did not vote in his own election.
I was like, it's 1 vote, if whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not super worried about it, but my wife was pushing it.
Opponent Damian Green had to work at Premier Collision while the recount was going on.
If the Lord wants me to have it, I'll have it.
That was his philosophy during the campaign, too. He worked to convince voters, but did not vote in his own race.
I didn't feel comfortable voting for myself. I thought it was kind of narcissistic, so I didn't.
His 1 vote would have made a difference.
Damian Green lost the election by 1 vote because he didn't vote for himself. Lost the election because he didn't vote for himself. He said he didn't feel comfortable. He thought it was kind of narcissistic. Let me tell you something, man. If you don't celebrate yourself, nobody will. Okay? This is the prime example of don't wait for others to applaud you. Clap for yourself.
That's right.
You are worthy of celebration. Clap for yourself loudly and proudly. The reason Damian really has to get Donkey of the Day here, because if he didn't vote for himself, that means he didn't vote at all. Okay, you have to practice what you preach, Damian. You can't be out here telling people to vote and voting matters, yet you didn't even vote. And there is nothing wrong with voting for yourself, especially if you believe you are the best person for the job. Okay, clapping for yourself is important. That's the problem with society today. Everyone is always seeking validation from others. All of those followers y'all got on social media that y'all wake up to every day trying to impress, they don't love you. They not clapping for you for real. They don't like you for real. Those hearts that come, those little hearts that flutter, okay, when they like your post, all right? That's not real love. Those people aren't showing up for you when you need them, but you can and should show up for yourself. You should always be your biggest fan. And if you're not, something is wrong. Okay, I promise you, Damian, if you would have told people that you aren't even voting for yourself, I don't think people would have voted for you either. Okay, why would I support someone who's not supporting themselves? Now, Damian, I understand the thought process here. There's been times that Breakfast Club has been nominated for things, in particular, Best Platform at the BET Hip Hop Awards. And, I vote for those things. I'm on, the boards and stuff to vote for the BET Hip Hop Awards and BET Awards. I've voted for other people in those situations. The last 2 years, I think I voted for $1 million worth of game and Drink Champs. Salute to Gillian Wallow, salute to Nori and EFN. But that's just because I truly feel the last couple of years, they have been the best solely hip-hop platforms. So it would be disingenuous of me to vote for Breakfast Club knowing I feel like I don't deserve to win. So I cast a vote for who I believe should win. But that's different than running for city council. Okay, if you're running for city council, that means you feel like you're the best person for the job. So if I was running for a political office, I'm absolutely going to vote for myself. Lauren LaRosa, am I tripping? Should
No.
Damian Green have voted for himself, Lauren?
He should have voted for himself 2 times.
Carrie Champion, am I tripping? Should
No.
Damian have voted for himself?
No, but you giving a bigger message right here. You preaching. You saying, listen, why do you must be validated by other people?
That's right.
We live in a world where everybody has to tell us we're dope, and that's insane.
That's right.
Insane.
And if you have a chance to actually validate yourself through a vote, why wouldn't you show up for yourself?
And if I was you, I would have voted for Breakfast Club too.
I voted for Breakfast Club.
I was going to say
I was
that
sitting here
too.
listening to you. I was like, I hear you.
yeah,
I
no.
love them
I love
too.
Nori.
I would have voted for my own
I
self.
love Gillian Wallow, but I voted for myself.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
why you have a vote, because everybody has different of opinion, and made a best show win, or made a best elected, the best of person win when it comes to, these positions. Please give Damian Green the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
That's great.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I think, what Carrie said is true, and I didn't even think of it like that. But I mean, yeah, this is a bigger message of like, you should clap for yourself, right? Like you should, validate yourself.
We live in a world where we have to have people, and I love social media. I understand it, but it really truly determines people's self-esteem and their worth and their value. This job, when you are an influencer, these new jobs, all these things, I suffer from too. I'm not different. I'm not set apart.
We all have imposter syndrome.
Well, I have that as well. But the reality is that I'm not going to wait for you to put me on. I'm going to put myself on.
That's right.
Like you can't allow people to determine if you are it. Conversation we were having in the corner with the brown girls grinding and the brown girls dreaming. I'm all like,
put brown girl dreaming first when you.
He's a hater. We're having a serious conversation. See how he throw a stab at you? Just throwing a stab at you. Serious conversation.
Everybody can't see my face right. Everybody can't see my face right now.
I mean, Lauren, validate yourself.
I know.
He said he love you. This is what this meant. This is his love language. That's his love language.
I be telling people, they be like, is he as horrible as he comes off? I said, it's all love.
You should be like, yes.
It's all love.
It's love language.
He's just old and from the South.
But
that's right.
Tough.
But to your point about validating, you don't need anybody to put you on. You don't. And if they not putting you on,
you want a little soda?
We're all set.
A little
juice? You want a little juice or something this morning? Huh?
You got a change bag?
You got a change bag. Like he a granny.
Do you play spades?
What? Don't play with me. You want a little juice or something? I learned how to play spades in the county
jail. You want
jail.
a little juice.
Yo.
You want to learn?
You got a change bag. I think you could get.
This ain't no change bag. This is a Crown Royal.
I think you could run a tank. Well,
He a little granny.
But yeah, with the conversation we was having, I think this is a day. I like this day.
What was the conversation y'all was having?
She was saying, I said to her briefly, I was like, I don't want to, like, and I wasn't being mad or anything. I was just like, I just don't want you to ever say there's nobody helping you, especially I don't want to hear that a brown woman's not helping you. While that might be the case,
in certain instances, because there have been a lot of black women that have helped me in certain instances.
But while that might be the case, we can't even give them any energy because they don't matter.
We were talking about.
Well, open the phone lines. Do other people feel like how they want to feel? Lauren, how do you feel? You said you feel like. Say it.
So what I said was, being on camera, I've never had another woman on camera, person that is reporting or whatever, personality, be open in arms and, hey, what you going through? Like, I remember when George Floyd passed away and all that stuff was happening. I was the only black woman on camera for TMZ, and I was very new to that space. Van had just left. Raquel wasn't there. It was, I literally probably cried like every day.
So you're basically saying that you feel like
I didn't have nobody to
call. You haven't had assistance is what you're saying. So.
No, I have, like they don't want it. Well, let me not say they don't want to, but I haven't had the open arms experience to other women that are actually sitting in the seat of what I'm doing and not behind the scenes. So it's different. They don't understand the conversations.
Let's open the phones. Let's open the phone lines and see if other women feel that way. 1-800-585-1051. Why do women hate each other? Let's call up.
That's not the question.
Do you think women give each other the support they need?
800-585-1051. We need to reroute that question.
Are women as supportive to each other in private as they are in public?
How can women be more supportive to each other?
That's what you got from that?
In public versus private.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Jesus Christ. It's the Breakfast Club.
That's why I said you should never say that.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake that ass up early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.